What is going on, SoFi fans? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. SoFi is on a huge run right now, up 4.47%. It's kind of at the resistance right now, but I want to go over some of the reasons why SoFi is rallying and just what the data points are currently saying. Before I get into any of that though, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And with that said, let's get right to it. So currently, like I said, up 4.47%, huge amount of volume. So within the first 2 hours of the trading day, there's almost about 12 million shares being traded. So definitely going to go over the average today. And like I said, it is on a very big resistance right now, and that is the P, so the pivot point, $8.40. So it is briefly above that right now. But like I said on my last video, I think it came out on Thursday, some points you really need to watch for is that pivot and vice versa, $9.78. I do feel that there's going to be a continuation of this momentum all the way up to around the 978, 950-ish range, and then from there it might bounce off of that and trend lower. But a lot of optimism in regards to two things, one of which is upcoming bank earnings from a lot of the big banks, so JP Morgan, Citi, Wells Fargo, and that might be a very good indication of potentially what might be coming for SoFi. Of course, I think their earnings is on the 31st as well, so definitely I think that one's going to be a good one. But more specifically, and especially closer on Wednesday, there is CPI. And based on my last video as well, I did really stress the fact and importance of this upcoming CPI. If it is in fact in line with the forecast and it does go lower, then this is once again kind of removing Powell's ammunition to raise the rates. And a lot of the growth stocks, even SoFi, kind of got killed with the momentum, so it did go down quite a lot as a result of Powell and that unexpected rate hike over the next couple meetings. But once again, CPI is going to be that very big pivotal part of kind of the market, and of course through that SoFi. Let me know you guys' thoughts on that. I did see this as well, it did come out because I think in general a lot of people seem to forget that the average FICO score for SoFi and their members is 740, which is very, very good. So even though a lot of these banks, when they do come out and have their earnings, I think a lot of people need to realize that SoFi has done many different levels to mitigate their risk, and one of which is just kind of limiting their risk overall. And of course, I think that is a very good sign. People, like I said, generally do forget that aspect, but in reality, I think that's a good thing. Similar to what happened with Galileo over the last little bit. I think it happened mid 2022, but they've done a lot of steps to really mitigate any risk to and follow through to SoFi. So in reality, I do feel that there is going to be a nice continuation of a rally going up. And of course, once it does get fairly high to around the high nines, this is where in reality you'll have stochastic being considered overbought. But based on the momentum indicator shows number of retail investors are getting in, similarly as is big money. So of course, these are all the transactions that have occurred so far within the first 2 hours of the trading day on the secondary market, over $100,000. And based on this, majority of which are buys. So again, you can tell that based on the bid, the ask, and the selling price. Let me know you guys' thoughts on that. If you are one of those individuals like myself that likes to look at options activity and kind of analyze that, it once again is very optimistic. So far today, there is $2.38 million in calls being purchased versus 651,000 inputs. So definitely a lot of people are anticipating SoFi to continue to trend up. And if you are one of those that likes to look at the chart right here, so the grid, this only shows calls, so strike prices, expiry dates, but it does show that around $8.50 to $9 is anticipated in the next kind of week per se. So I do feel that that is a little bit more conservative, and CPI is going to bring it up very high and once again touch that mid to high $9 range. But once again, let me know you guys' thoughts on all of that in the comments below. I'll give you guys a quick overview once again of what shorts are doing and all the other fun jazz. So short score is currently 66. Utilization is 46.3%. As far as what is happening right now, it's kind of flat, so not really much is happening. So around 25,000 shares is being increased. 15.98% of the free float is being shorted, and that works out to be 127.41 million shares overall are being shorted. So kind of interesting stuff behind the scenes. Cost to borrow average is 1.1%. So let me know you guys' thoughts on all of this in the comments below. Give yourself a shout out if you have been buying, selling, holding. What is your take, for instance, on SoFi? And like I said, it is kind of exactly on this pivot right now. So even on an intraday kind of level, it's doing fairly well. It might bounce off of that, go a little bit lower briefly today, but I do feel that over the next day, so whether it be later today or Tuesday, it will get above this $8.40 range, and who knows, we might see the $9 very, very soon. So once again, let me know you guys' thoughts. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And with that said, let's all make a lot of money on SoFi.